Welcome, everyone, to a new video. Today, I will be conducting an experiment, placing myself within a squad of random individuals, as it has been suggested that I am no longer capable of achieving victory independently. A claim I fully intend to disprove in the future. For now, however, I will be playing with randoms. Oh my. I must apologize for my rather informal attire. I am well aware that these bright blue Crocs do not meet the standard of professionalism one might expect. However, their level of comfort is simply something I cannot overlook. Please, do excuse them. Alright then, it appears I cannot physically communicate with my teammates, as my voice chat is currently disabled. Therefore, I shall have to rely on subtle cues and their questionable decision-making. I will follow their lead, for now, as a display of humility, and, more importantly, to extend the duration of this experiment. Because, trust me, if everyone simply followed my commands, the match would be concluded in under 3 minutes, and we do desire entertainment, do we not, my dear viewers? Very well, it seems 2 of my teammates have elected to roam to the far side of the map, while another insists on heading to Sandy Strip. Splitting up like this is hardly a wise strategy. Perhaps I should try to reason with them, but no. I will adapt instead. After all, in the battlefield of Fortnite, one quickly learns that teammates cannot always be depended upon. Survival favors those who adjust. Alright, some acceptable loot. A few shield barrels over here, which should provide a modest boost to my durability, and, a medkit. Excellent. Not extraordinary, but certainly sufficient. With these resources, my survivability has increased significantly. It would appear I am now properly equipped for combat. Now then, let us regroup with our associate over there and secure a few eliminations, shall we? Alright. I have been searching this building for what feels like an eternity, and yet I have not encountered a single opponent. Curious. Are they actively avoiding me? I suppose I cannot blame them. After all, I too would attempt to avoid my own demise. Wow. What an astonishing scene. Let us take a brief moment to appreciate a city as beautiful as this one, truly a sight you do not encounter every day. Oh no. I detect footsteps. Let me prepare my weapons, because it appears to be an entire squad approaching. On second thought, perhaps I should create a bit of distance. I will admit, I am slightly out of practice, and engaging an entire squad head-on may not be the most optimal decision. At times, it is far wiser to exercise caution than to rely purely on confidence. Never mind. It would appear this is merely a bot squad. In that case, I can now state with confidence that I am more than capable of eliminating them on my own. And there it is. My teammate, evidently unable to resist the allure of success, has decided to insert himself and claim a portion of my eliminations. Fascinating. It would seem that even within one's own squad, opportunism runs rampant. One must remain vigilant, not only against enemies, but allies as well. Just a fishy going about his day, and oh? What is this? One of my teammates has been knocked? Do our enemies not know who they are dealing with? Do they not understand that if they target one of my allies, they answer to me? Fear not, teammate, I am on my way. Justice shall be delivered. Just, hold on. It may take me a moment to reach you. Actually, why are you so far away? This level of separation is highly inefficient. On second thought, splitting up was clearly not an optimal decision. Well, my apologies, dear teammates, but as much as I respect you, this situation is partially a consequence of your own decisions. I may, however, need to quickly inspect these chests before attempting a rescue. Priorities must be maintained. After further analysis, the probability of your survival is, unfortunately, quite low. By the time I arrive, it is likely you will have already been eliminated. Consider this a learning experience. Next time, remain within the protective radius of the professor. I suppose I could still attempt a rescue, but why expend effort on an outcome I already know is likely to fail? Whatever, the important thing is that I am making the attempt, correct? Let it be known that the professor tried, so please, refrain from yelling at me. Of course. When I was in Sandy Strip, there was a noticeable absence of useful loot, yet the very moment my teammates require assistance, the game suddenly decides to reward me with an abundance of resources. How convenient. It is almost as if this is a deliberate attempt to distract me from what is actually important. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I cannot leave my teammates alone for even a brief moment without them getting completely eradicated. Truly remarkable. At this point, I must ask, are you actively seeking elimination out there? Because the results would suggest so. Alright, Professor, proceed with caution. 2 of your teammates have already been eliminated. It would be most unwise to become the third and leave a single individual burdened with rebooting us all. Act swiftly, but do not abandon precision. Wait a moment, or are my eyes deceiving me? That appears to be my teammate, and he is actively fleeing the scene. Well then, perhaps retreat is the most logical course of action. Yes, I believe I shall follow his lead. You know what, my departed teammates? I shall restore you to the fray by purchasing your reboot cards. Indeed, in this world, currency, or in this case, gold, has the remarkable ability to bring your allies back from the clutches of death. Lucky for you, my departed friends, I am not only exceptionally intelligent, but also quite rich. I realize that my Crocs may tell a different story, but trust me, my intellect has unlocked the key to a life of wealth and opportunity. Alright, the time for waiting has concluded. I shall now revive you. However, I strongly advise that you remain within a reasonable distance this time, because if you wander off and meet the same fate again, I will not be so inclined to rescue you twice. Also, in the unlikely event that I am eliminated, I fully expect to be revived without hesitation or complaint, because, quite frankly, restoring all of you required an unreasonable amount of time and effort on my part. Alright, just a moment longer, steady now, and there we are. You are all restored to the battlefield. I trust you appreciate the effort involved in that process. Now then, waste no time, gear up immediately. We are approaching the endgame, and the margin for error is rapidly diminishing. Trust me, what awaits us ahead will resemble nothing short of a full-scale war zone, so prepare yourselves accordingly. What is this? It appears 2 squads are already engaged in combat over there. How convenient. I am positioned at a considerable distance, which places me at a distinct advantage. Nothing a well-handled sniper cannot manage. I shall capitalize on their distraction and carefully eliminate them from afar, one precise shot at a time. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. What did I say about not rushing headfirst into combat? Honestly. Fine, do as you please, but do not expect me to rescue you from the consequences of your own decisions. If you choose to involve yourself in that chaos, then you may find your own way out of it. Ah, it appears I have been spotted and am now under fire. Unfortunate. Very well, I shall create some distance and reassess the situation. There is no benefit in engaging recklessly when a more calculated approach is available. In the meantime, my rather eager teammate may take the lead. Go on then, if combat is what you desire so desperately, proceed. I, however, will be prioritizing recovery and ensuring I am properly prepared for what comes next. Alright, at the moment, I appear to be lacking proper shield. Unfortunate. I can hear a chest nearby, yet I cannot seem to locate it. Curious. It is as if the game is deliberately concealing it from me. No matter. I shall find it. Ah, here it is. I shall be taking these minis. 50 shield, hardly full protection, but certainly better than nothing. With this, I am now adequately prepared, and I believe I am ready to re-engage in combat. Alright, after a brief assessment, I have come to realize that I currently possess the highest number of eliminations in this lobby, which, naturally, grants me a certain degree of authority. So, for those of you who believe I have been overly harsh, understand that my performance more than justifies my commentary. Alright, let us go assist these individuals. Wait a moment, they do not appear to be engaged in combat. What exactly are you all doing? Stop running around aimlessly like amateurs and start assembling a proper arsenal. If you intend to survive, you will need to prepare yourselves for battle. I know my crocs may give off the illusion that we're chilling, but no. Absolutely not. Damn it. I knew these crocs would be a problem. Very well. As your appointed leader, my initial directive is to methodically advance toward the nearest gas station, not merely as a waypoint, but with a deliberate and strategic objective of locating and securing superior equipment, tools and resources that may very well determine our continued survival and effectiveness in the field. Be extremely careful as we make our way there. Death is not merely inconvenient, it is catastrophic. If you fall along the route, rebooting you will become an exceptionally difficult, if not impossible, task, particularly given the relentless constriction of the circle and the dwindling margin for error that it imposes. Alright, we have successfully made it to our designated location. Now, I require each of you to conduct a thorough and methodical search for any new weapons or equipment that could augment our capabilities. One of you must remain vigilant at all times, eyes and senses fixed on the perimeter, ready to alert us immediately should an enemy team approach. And finally, once our objectives here are complete, we will leave a definitive mark of our presence. Obliterate the gas station, a clear and unmistakable signal to anyone who dares follow that we were here, and that our dominance cannot be ignored. Alright, you're all doing remarkably well in following my instructions. Trust me, if we keep this up, the outcome will be entirely in our favor. Oh no, wait. It appears some enemy players are closing in on our position. Everyone, react immediately. Open fire without hesitation and maintain full control of the situation before they gain any advantage over us. Wait, luckily, it's just one. Thank goodness, I honestly thought we were about to meet our end. Really, what kind of low-ranking IQ individual decides to rush an entire team alone? I mean, even if he had brought his team, it wouldn't have changed the outcome. We still would have wiped them off the map without breaking a sweat. But to rush, not just a team, but one with me in it? You, sir, deserve to die. Consider this a lesson. Think more strategically next time, or the consequences will be far less forgiving. Oh wow, look at all this loot. Am I the only one who actually gets excited when they're surrounded by a literal pool of gear like this? It's the kind of thing that makes your heart race, the thrill of opportunity. However, there's a problem, and you might be wondering what that problem is. The issue is that there's so much good stuff that I honestly don't even know what to take first. Decisions, and every choice could make the difference between survival and failure. May I ask what exactly you all think you're doing, rotating around the map without my instruction or even bothering to inform me? I will allow it this time, but understand this, it cannot, and will not, happen again. Moving independently like that is far too dangerous, and you must trust that I know best when it comes to ensuring that we see the number 1 Victory Royal sign on our screens. Follow my lead, or risk everything we've worked for. Alright, so it just happened again. Let me make this perfectly clear, do not expect me to revive you or heal you when you're knocked down, and don't even think about borrowing medkits or minis from me, even if I had any. In fact, don't expect me to acknowledge your presence at all. You must really think you're clever, trying to rage bait me right after I gave a genuine, carefully thought out speech. That behavior is reckless, foolish, and will not be tolerated. Oh, poppycock, how utterly sad. If you can't even muster a shred of decency in Fortnite, what makes you think you'll ever show decency in real life? Actions, no matter how small, define character, and right now, yours is floundering in the shallowest of waters. Perhaps one day you'll understand that strategy, respect, and self-control extend far beyond this game, but until then, consider this a lesson in humility, served harshly and without compromise. Anyways, I still want that win, so I'm going to have to endure a bit of nonsense and push through to the very end. Alright, let's assess the situation. There are 8 players remaining, including us, which means there are 4 enemies still standing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially reached endgame. The tension is high, every decision matters, and one wrong move could be the difference between victory and defeat. Stay sharp, stay coordinated, and let's finish this the only way we know how, on top. We've made it this far by systematically eliminating our opponents, but what makes endgame any different? The stakes are higher, the pressure is immense, and every single action counts more than ever. Everyone, prepare yourselves to give it absolutely everything you've got. And if you feel the need to inject a bit of adrenaline to sharpen your focus, do so without hesitation. This is the moment to seize what is rightfully ours. Victory is within reach, and we will not let it slip through our fingers. Miller time 32, be extremely careful, there's currently a bounty on you, and it seems the enemy team is aware. Stay alert at all times, anticipate every possible move, and avoid exposing yourself unnecessarily. The rest of us have one clear mission, protect you at all costs. We cannot allow the enemy to gain any advantage, for your survival is crucial to our victory. Position yourselves strategically, cover every angle, and remember, one mistake could cost us everything we fought for. This is not a drill, this is the defining moment where coordination and vigilance will determine our fate. Alright, we may now allow ourselves to push the enemy team, but listen, and I cannot stress this enough, do not die. Especially you, Miller time 32. Your survival is critical, and we cannot under any circumstances give the enemy the satisfaction of taking you down. Move carefully, coordinate every attack, and strike decisively, but always with caution. One misstep could turn the tide against us, and we will not let that happen. Stay sharp, stay alive, and let's make every shot count. Go now. Everyone, attack. Yes, yes. Everyone, open fire. This is what we've been yearning to do. Push forward, strike with everything you have. Attack. Destroy. Die. We will emerge victorious and claim what is rightfully ours. Nothing can stand in our way. Oh god damn it. You've got to be fucking kidding me, I've been knocked. What did I say? I said to give it everything you've got, you absolute weaklings. Wait. What's this? Miller time 32, you're knocked too. Not only are you knocked, but you were the first one to go down. Have we not listened to anything I said? You know what? No. Whatever. You guys don't listen anyway. I should have known. I thought this could be a warm, coordinated team moment, but no, of course not. Oh yes, how wonderful that you got revived, Miller. Truly, I'm delighted. Don't worry about me, I'll just go out like a complete fool, it seems. But you all must carry on without me. You must win this. Go on, use everything I've taught you, every bit of strategy, every ounce of awareness. Prove that my efforts weren't entirely wasted, and bring this match to a victorious end. Yes, Mr. Dioxide, maintain the high ground. That is a strong position, but I strongly suggest you retake further into the circle to avoid unnecessary risk. Oh my god, are you serious? Alright, stay composed, it's still manageable. Two players can still win this, perhaps. Regroup, think clearly, and do not let the pressure overwhelm you now at all times. Fuck. Miller, please, listen to me, you've got this. No, look at me. Don't get distracted. Focus on your goal, lock in on it and take it. Block everything else out, the noise, the panic, all of it, none of it matters right now. This is your moment, the one that decides everything. Stay calm, trust your instincts, and finish this. Do not let it slip away now. See? Look. It's only a 2v1, I win these all the time in my sleep. If I can do it, then so can you. Stay calm, don't rush it, and think through every move. You've got the numbers on your side, now use that advantage properly. Keep the pressure on them, control the fight, and don't give them any opportunity to turn this around. This is winnable, now prove it. You see that champion trophy on your back? Show why you deserve to wear it. Don't just carry it, earn it, defend it, prove to everyone watching that it belongs to you. This is your moment to rise above the pressure, to separate yourself from everyone else who couldn't make it this far. Stay focused, stay composed, and play with purpose. Every movement, every shot, every decision, make it count. You've come too far to hesitate now. Remember everything you've learned, everything we've worked for, and channel it into this final fight. Don't panic, don't second guess yourself, trust your instincts and commit to your actions. Control the pace, keep your positioning strong, and never lose sight of the objective. They're going to try to break you, to force mistakes, to make you slip, but you cannot let that happen. Stay disciplined. Stay sharp. You're not just playing to survive anymore, you're playing to win. Don't let their flashy moves scare you, alright? You're stronger than that, stay grounded, stay focused. See? Look at that. You already took one of them down. That was clean, that was controlled, amazing work.